welcome back to Book Bar and welcome to another bookish video. Today I'm going to be talking about the 20 books that I have checked out on Kindle Unlimited. If you live in the United States, or I don't know if there's other countries that have it. I know other countries have Kindle Unlimited, but here we can have 20 books checked out at a time. Mine are all romances. I've found that those are my favorite to read on KU. But yeah, this is my Kindle. I have my In Love and Words I Heart Dirty Fairy Tales sticker and the Boys Are Better in Books sticker that I got in a romance reveal book box. So both of these are on my Kindle. But yeah, so these are the 20 books that I have. I'm going to talk about the ones that I have that are in series or series continuations first, and then I'll just talk about the ones that are either series starters or standalones. But first, I have, which will probably be my next book that I read, is still by Kandi Ryan. I'll pop the picture here. This is the third book in the Grip trilogy, the final story of Bristol and Grip. Can't say much without giving away. Can't say any more without giving away spoilers. Gosh, my lighting is terrible, but what can I do about it? Then I have There Is No Devil by Sophie Lark. This is the second book in the Sinners duet. The first book ended not with a cliffhanger, so I'm not like, I need to read this one next. I mean, I do still really want to read it, but it's just Cole and Mara's story continuing after the events of what happened in the first one, which, if you know, you know. Can't say anything without giving away spoilers. And then I have Snow by Sophie Lark, which is the Underworld book 2. I read Ivan back in November. These are complete standalones. You can read them all as standalones. But this is Mafia romance. I don't know much about most of these KU books. I tend to go in them pretty blind. Or I get recommendations from other people, like on BookTube. Jen from Book Refuge has read all of Sophie Lark's books, and she loves them. And every book I've read by Sophie Lark has been 4 to 5 stars. I haven't read anything lower than a 4-star. So definitely want to keep reading her backlist. So I have Snow. And then the next book I have is Captain by Lauren Rowe, which is the second book in the Morgan Brothers series. Again, can be read as standalones, but I have heard that it's best to read them kind of in order. I think the first 2 happen like on the same timeline, and then every book after that happens after the first 2 books timeline. So, but I do tend to read series in order. So that is the second book. And then I have Not My Match, which is the game by Ilsa Madden-Mills, which is the Game Changers number 2. I read Not My Romeo back in like August or something, back in 2021. And I really enjoyed it. And this book follows the heroine in that book's sister. And one of the hero's football teammates, I'm pretty sure. So I'm excited to get to that one. But again, I think it can be read as a standalone, just series continuation. But that's all the series. And then these are all the series that have started already. These are all books that are either standalones or starting a new series. First one is Cruel Daddy by Bianca Cole. It's a mafia arranged marriage. I think there might be an age gap. Always love those type of stories. So I haven't heard anything about it. It was a ad on Kindle and I decided to pick it up. Or check it out. So that's on my list. And then I have Gild, by Raven Kennedy. I know that this has been making its rounds on BookTube and Book Talk and Bookstagram. It's a King Midas retelling. It's a fantasy romance. I'll probably read it next month for Feb. But I have that one. And then Intoxication by Charlene Namdhari. I believe it's a love triangle, age gap. Possibly between like a dad, his son, and a girl. Like love triangle going on right there. But I don't know for sure. It says, the blurb says, this is a standalone forbidden love triangle. It is best enjoyed when you don't read any reviews or spoilers beforehand. Going in with an open mind is best. So the cover is gorgeous. And again, I think it was like an ad that I was just like, that sounds really good. So I'm going to check it out. And then I have Throttled, which is Dirty Air #1 by Lauren Asher. This is a Formula One sports romance that I know Tori from Novel Life has read, and she really enjoyed it. Enjoyed the series. I think the 4th book she said was her favorite. But I, again, like to read them in order. So, plus it's like a brother's rival turned lover. So that's always fun. Plus, I love to read about sports, and reading about sports that are not common is fun. It is always a good time. Then I have Lessons in Corruption, following my #1, which is on my 22 books to read in 2022 by Giana Darling. This is a student-teacher, age gap, motorcycle club, forbidden romance. I've heard nothing but good things about the series and about this book, even from people who are, I'm not a student-teacher romance person because I was a teacher, so I just have that ick factor. But from people that, like Jess from Peace Love Books enjoyed this, and she doesn't like student-teacher books either. Then I have Darling Venom by Parker S. Huntington. I haven't heard a ton about this, but the cover is really nice, so I decided to pick it up. I know it's tragic. That's all I know, is there's a really sad, like something really sad happens in the beginning. So, and then I have Torn by Carian. I love age gaps. They are my favorite. That's my favorite trope. And I read one Carian, and she does age gaps well. I read Don't Kiss a Bride last year, and it was it was probably in my top like 50 books from last year, but it was really good. And so I'm excited, and I know that this one is one that people really like. This one and Tide, Torn and Tide are both. And then I have The Heir by Sophie Lark, which is Kingmaker's #1. This follows Leo and Anna, and it's like a love triangle at like a mafia Hogwarts type school called the Kingmakers Academy, and it's the children from the Brutal Birthright. Leo is Sebastian and Yelena's son, and Anna is Miko and Nessa's daughter, and then Dean is like Yelena's brother. I can't think of what his name is. It's his kid. So it's 3 kids that were in the first series, or their parents were. Then I have The Truth About Heartbreak by B. Celeste. This is a forbidden romance brother's best friend. I think there's cheating in this book, which I'm not a big fan of cheating, but it's not like a I can't do this type of book. So I've heard good things about it. And then there's The Wreckage of Us by Brittainy C. Cherry, which I believe is a second chance small town rock star romance. I've heard Brittainy C. Cherry is an author that people really love. I haven't read anything of hers, so I definitely that's one that I want to read. She's an author I want to read. Then I have Worth the Wait by Sophia Sinclair. Honestly, don't know. I think the cover it was one that I really liked, and it's a older heroine, which you don't get much. Like, she's over 40, single mother, second chance, I think possibly an age gap. So I think maybe older woman, younger man. I don't know. I honestly don't. Then I have Cruel King, which is a Royal Elite book by Rina Kent. It's a bully romance. I don't know that I'm gonna like it. I'm not a huge bully romance fan. I did really like Punk 57, but I'm not huge into the bully romance, so we'll see. I'll give it a try. And then I have Love Unexpected by QB Tyler, which is an age gap forbidden romance. I think it's a stepfather and stepdaughter. But again, I love age gaps, so definitely one I want to try. Then From Lukov with Love, which is another by Mariana Zapata, which is another one that was on my 22 books to read in 2022. And it's a ice skating for enemies to lovers romance, so I'll probably be picking it up next month just because with the Olympics going on, Winter Olympics, so ice skating, all that fun stuff. And then the last book I have checked out is A Love Letter to Whiskey by Kandi Steiner. I believe it's a second chance romance. Again, I normally don't like them, but most of these books for some reason are second chance romances. I think I'm trying to like it a little bit more. But yeah, that's all I know. I think there might be cheating in this. I also just really like any title that has to do with alcohol. So maybe that's a book, maybe that's a video idea for me for the future. But yeah, that is all that I have. Those are my 20 books. Let me know if you've read any of those down in the comments. Let me know any books that you love on KU that you think I should check out in the future. Don't forget to like, subscribe, all that fun stuff if you wanna. And I will talk to you all in the next one. Bye for now.